let's get healthy and let's get organized. Okay guys, I'm so excited for today's video because I have become the most organized person. I don't know where this came from or why. Maybe it's like when you get into your 30s, you love organizing, but I want to share how I've completely transformed my kitchen. Like everything is so organized, aesthetic to look at, and it really makes healthy eating so much easier. I find that when things are in their place, when they're nice to look at, it just inspires you to eat healthier. So I'm super excited to share. I'm also going to show you different groceries that I get for the week and things that I keep in my pantry to always have on hand so that I can stay healthy. A lot of the things I'm sharing today are from Thrive Market. I'm going to be going through my grocery haul and just what I have on hand because I usually get a package from them every few weeks with just things that I keep on hand. I love Thrive Market. I talk about them a lot and I continuously partner with them because it's honestly just so seamless and easy. It's literally a one-stop shop for non-toxic cleaning supplies, all of your spices, all of your dried foods. You can literally get the exact same brands that you would find at like any other health food store. Like Whole Foods, Erewhon in LA is one of my favorite spots, but they're just so much less expensive. So I love to shop because of that. I also love that you can search by category. So I always search for vegan, organic, non-GMO. Sometimes if I'm like in a mood for paleo, I can search for paleo. So you can save your preferences on there, which makes it really easy and convenient. And I like that they give back. So every membership on Thrive Market will donate one membership to a family in need. So I think that's really nice that they give back in that way. If you guys want to try Thrive Market, I will put my link below. You can do a 1 month or 12-month membership. The 1 month membership is $9.95 a month and the 12-month is $5 a month. That's what I end up using because it just comes out to less money. And if you guys use my link below, you can get a free gift worth $24. So as you can see, it's a little bit hectic in here right now. I have a lot of storage containers and these are literally going to be your best friend. They're all airtight. I store everything in here. Basically don't keep anything in their package because it just looks nicer and it ends up saving you space. A lot of these are from Container Store, a lot are from Amazon or different places, so I will link it all below. But I used to, like, as I was organizing my kitchen, I'd be like, oh, I could really use the small one. I could really use a big one. So I kind of just got a bulk amount and I'm just going to save them, you know, the ones I don't use. But you just never know, like, maybe you try a new food one day or maybe you get 2 types of pasta. So it's nice to have extra and just keep them on hand. So first, let's go through the food that I have in my Thrive box. Then I'll go through how to organize it and I'll also show you the system I've already got going on in my cabinets right now. Okay, so just to show you guys, this is one of my favorite brands of plant milk. It's by Elmhurst because there are no additives. Although I will say that they have a couple different versions of oat milk and one version does have natural flavors and different things, but this version doesn't. So just make sure you pay attention. They also have really cool like walnut milks and macadamia milk and you don't have to refrigerate it until you open it. So it's perfect to keep in the pantry. I got some black peppercorn. I got some organic ground coffee. I've shared this before. I can't recommend enough to drink organic coffee because coffee crops are heavily sprayed with pesticides. And sometimes we don't think about things like that when it's like a drink you're having every day. So for the coffee that you're making at home, like you can buy this. It's super affordable. It's organic. It's fair trade. So really recommend that. I also got Love Beets. I love beets, no pun intended there. They're one of my favorite foods. And if you ever tried cooking them, it can be really messy because you have to boil them and it gets all over. So I like these because there's no other ingredients. It's just beets in here and I put them in salads. I blend them in a smoothie. And my favorite coconut milk, which I have shared before, kind of similar to the Elmhurst. This brand Native has a few different variations. The one that I like says simple on it and it says no gar. So make sure that this is the one you get so you don't have any like gar gum, xanthan gum, natural flavors, but this is the cleanest version and I love coconut milk, so I always have that on hand. I got some Himalayan pink sea salt. I kind of like the bigger chunks of it. I just think it's pretty and it's nice to put like in a little dish out when you have people over for dinner. I got my favorite granola from Thrive. I love this one. I've talked about it. Their grain-free granola is insane. There's a vanilla flavor and a pumpkin flavor. I love them both, especially now that we're in pumpkin season. Of course, my 4 Sigmatic coffees, which are also organic. These are great for travel or on the go. You can just put it in hot water. Also got some organic walnuts. I love walnuts. They're actually my favorite nut because They have the most like healthy omegas. So if you're gonna pick one that you have to stick to, I would say walnuts. They just taste so good. And if you soak them in a little bit of water, this is kind of a Persian remedy. It actually softens them up, better for your digestion, and I just find that it tastes better when they're soaked. And lastly, I got some baobab powder. Baobab, and it's a weird one to say. This is just like a super fruit powder, kind of like if you got an acai powder. I like to get things in powders that I can't find. So if I can find the fresh alternative, I'm always gonna go for that. But last time I checked, I didn't see any baobab at my grocery store. If you guys know of any place I can get it, let me know. But I mix this into water, mix it into smoothies, and it's just like a super high dose of antioxidants, which is great for the skin and our health. So one thing when it comes to kitchen organization is really trying to separate your cabinets based on the style of food. So for here, I'm gonna have all my pastas, my grains, oats, flours, things like that. And then on the top, I have a little leeway for extras because obviously you're gonna always have a little bit left over and it's real life. So if I have a little bit extra lentils or oats or whatever, I'm gonna keep it on the top shelf, but everything else I kind of put away. And then I just look at the size container, like what do I think would fit best in which one? And sometimes, you try it and it doesn't fit and you swap out a different one, but for the most part, I've got it pretty organized so far. I also like to use a label maker and just label everything because it can get a little bit confusing when you pour packages in, especially if it's like a specific brand, and that way you can always look up nutrition facts or anything that you want. So I have this label maker. So this cabinet is for all of my nuts, seeds, snacks, chocolate, different things like that. I like to kind of keep them as organized as possible. I actually found some really cool ones that like spin around. I definitely have fun with this, but I'm just gonna go ahead and get them organized. And as you can see up at the top, when I have extra things that I don't know what to do with, I will just keep them on the top shelf so it's kind of out of sight. But I have a lot of Hu chocolate, Hu crackers. I love this brand because it's like vegan paleo. They've got a lot of really good stuff. So this cabinet is kind of my favorite because I've got all of my Persian spices down here. I've got all of my like oils and vinegars and sauces, and then all the extra sauces and vinegars up there. I like to keep a lot of olive oil on hand, but obviously you don't need it like all within reach. So that's what I try to utilize the top shelf for. This is what I had to do to get creative with my spices because I don't have a pantry. As you can see, this kitchen is a little bit small, so I had to get creative with this. This is off Amazon, which I will link. It's the coolest thing. You just screw it in, and I actually like that you can see them all because just throwing spices into a cabinet is so annoying. A lot of these come already labeled on the top, but for the ones that don't, I've made little labels for them. So this is the time. I do keep them in alphabetical order, which I know seems like a lot, but honestly, it's a one-time thing and then it's there forever and it's just so much easier. And this will inspire you to cook more, to add in more spices, which are so healthy for you. I encourage like the most amount of spices ever because they add flavor. Besides salt, that's the only one that you have to watch because it can raise your blood pressure. Besides that, it's great. So I've got my nutritional yeast, and because I actually started running out, I'm gonna have to arrange them so that they go in alphabetical order up here, but adding in a little more. So in this cabinet, I like to keep all of my teas, my superfood powders, my protein powder, my nut butters. I'm gonna show you guys how I arrange it. I definitely like to have a bunch of little containers like this, which literally could even be a Tupperware that you have, but I have all these that fit a little better. But a lot of times I have individual packs of things and I just like them to be organized. So I'll also probably put labels just so I know like what is in what. I'm a big fan of tea in general because there's so many different varieties and they all have so many health benefits. Whereas, you can have a warm drink because it tastes good. Tea, you can make cozy. It's so good for you. So kind of by displaying them all, it almost makes it fun. It's like you're walking into a coffee shop and you're like, which one should I have today? So I like to just keep them all displayed. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it useful, just a little insight as to everything I keep in my cabinets regularly and little organization tips. Again, I will link all of the food brands below. I'll also link some great options for the containers and storage containers I use, and I'll also put my link for Thrive Market below so that you can get a gift worth $24 in value. And I thought maybe for another video as a part 2, I could kind of share my refrigeration organization. If you guys want that, let me know. Give me a little like or comment below and I can do a part 2 on that. So hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.